Guys, it's Missy, and welcome to my channel, and also welcome, to NaNoWrimo Day 1. Today I'm going to be doing the NaNoWrimo Tag. I have my notebook, I have my blanket, I have my pillow. Ow, I just pulled my hair. This is my third time trying to record this video because I'm an awkward rambler, and I don't know how to edit videos yet, so I can't fix that, and also, I'm really sick, so... I'm really sick, you guys. I have, like, a cold, but it might also be the flu, but basically I'm sick, so that's why I look nasty. Also, I'm filming this on my phone. It's not a good angle. It's not good lighting, but today it is in front of my bookshelf. Harry Potter. So, alright, let's go. Also, I'm not wearing my glasses. In my last attempt to record this video, I said... How many things have you done, NaNoWrimo? So that's going to be our transition into the questions. I will get less awkward at this, I promise. Number 1, how many times, I'm going to put my finger down now, times have you done NaNoWrimo? And the answer to that question is technically twice, but also technically this is my first year because this is the first year I'm taking it seriously and I'm not going to quit within the first couple of days. Question number 2 is, how did you first find out about NaNoWrimo? And the answer to that question is, I don't remember. I have no idea. Probably from a friend, or it was briefly mentioned in a YouTube video. I vaguely remember Googling the term, but that's the extent of my memory. I honestly, I don't remember. Number 3, what was the name of the first novel you okay, first of all, those weird shadows are from the chair that's holding up my phone right now. Second of all, I'm leaning this way to read my questions because my notebook is over here on the floor, and like I said earlier, I'm not wearing my glasses, so, like, I can't, things have to be, like, right here or maybe I should, like right here for me to see them. So... yeah, okay. What was I? Oh, number 3. What was the name of the first novel you attempted with Nano? It was Neverland, but it was based off of a writing prompt that I found on Pinterest, so I don't count that because the idea was technically not my own. So the name of the first novel that was 100% original was called Float, which... I'll be writing probably when I'm, more developed as a writer, and I don't want to kick off my writing career with a novel that I want to be the absolute 100% best that it could possibly be, because I'm so in love with this idea and this story that I'm kind of holding it for myself until I'm ready to share it. Number 4. Give us a 1-sentence summary of the story that you're writing this year. That's a really hard thing for me to do because my story this year is really complicated and intricate. But basically it's about a girl who is about 22 years old. She's a young adult. All of the characters are very young, early 20s adults. And she's a magician, and she is convinced to participate in this heist with 5 other people, but it gets so much more complicated, and I don't really want to give any spoilers, so I'm going to keep it at that. Hopefully, within the next couple of years, the novel will be published, and you all can read it for yourself. Until then, no spoilers. What number are we on? Number 5. What's the best writing advice you've ever been given? Actually, from my mom. She basically, my life kind of fell apart recently, where I couldn't go to school, I couldn't work, and I didn't know what to do with myself, and my mom was just like, Melissa Ann, that's my full name, you need to sit your butt down and just write a book and get it published, because you can, and you can be a writer, and just, you're good enough, so do it. Why aren't you doing it? And I basically was like, all right, Mom, challenge accepted. I'll do it. So that was the best piece of writing advice that I got, was basically, you're good enough to do it, so why aren't you doing it? Gosh, I'm so sick. What number are we on, guys? What number are we on? I forgot. Oh, number 6. Did you take a year off from Nano and why? No, I didn't, but also yes, I did, because I just kind of quit the 2 years that I did it within the first few days, so yes, but also if you haven't really taken Nano seriously, did you ever do it at all, sort of thing. So, I don't know, it's up to interpretation, you can decide. Is it 7? Yeah, number 7. What's your biggest inspiration when figuring out what to write? Hang on a second. My first instinct when answering this question was dreams, because a lot of times I have really vivid, really crazy dreams that I can just write a crazy, awesome, heartfelt scene and feel really good about it. So a lot of my inspiration for really well-written things comes from dreams for me. But when I wrote, I have like a little cheat sheet down here. And what I wrote for that was let the characters show you. Because I found with the draft that I'm writing right now is that in my outline, I have like a really brief summary of how I want the scene to go. It's like a 2 or 3 sentence paragraph and then a little prompt so that I have like a reference point in the scene and I have to include that little prompt in the scene. And the thing is that a lot of the times, well, not a lot of the time, this has only happened probably a couple times so far. I'm like 5 chapters into my story already, like 10,000 words in, because I get sick, I needed a buffer so that if I do get sick and I'm unable to write for a couple of days, I'm not going to fall behind. But so when I differ from my brief outline and my prompt, it's okay, because a lot of the times my characters are actually directing the story for me and are sort of taking it the way that it needs to go. I'm a really big believer in a story already exists and you are just the way that the story is getting into the world, which takes a lot of the pressure off of me because my characters know where the story needs to go. And a lot of the time I have a vague idea, but they're the ones that are really taking it to where it needs to go. And that kind of keeps me going, even if that sounds absolutely absurd, which it does. That's what keeps me going, and that's what works for me, and so that's cool. Number 8 is read us the first sentence from one of your novels, and I really don't want to do this because I chose to write out in my little cheat sheet the first sentence from this novel that I'm writing this year, and I don't like it. Not the novel, I like the novel, but I don't like the first sentence because it's not really gripping, and it's not in the ultimate final version. This will not be the first sentence. Right now I'm just kind of word vomiting into Scrivener and just kind of getting all of the visualizations for the scenes out of my head so that I can edit it into perfection later. So my first sentence starts with basically me getting the scene out of my head instead of focusing on bringing the reader in, so it's not going to be very exciting. Here we go. Isolde let out a gasping sigh of relief when she saw her stage name, Isis, painted intricately on the door to her wagon. I hate it. It's fine for description, but it's horrible for drawing in an audience, in my opinion. I don't really know how I would react to reading that as the first sentence of a book, but I feel like because it's my story, I'm more inclined to be like, oh, that's not good enough. And so, yeah. Okay, cool. Last question. Number 9, why do you love writing? And this question for me it's like, that question is basically like asking me, why do you exist? Because I've been writing stories pretty much ever since I could hold a pencil, and I do not exist without writing stories. I don't exist outside of anything involving storytelling and writing and that sort of thing. It's who I am, it's what I do, it's what I've always wanted to make my life out of, and without writing, I don't exist. And actually, I'm so lucky. My current job right now is as a copywriter for a local company in my area. I write blog posts for them, and this was just a recent gig, and I'm so happy that it doesn't support my husband or myself by any means. We live off of a grant given to us by his college, but it's a job, and it pays, and it's writing, and for that I'm so incredibly lucky to be able to say that, you know, by definition, I'm a professional writer, even if that doesn't mean yet that I have books out and published. Oh, that got really deep. So, anyway, that's that. I'm going to go right now because I haven't written yet. I'm going to go enter the words that I actually have so far in my story into Scrivener. I'm going to make myself some tea, and I'm going to upload this video, and I'm going to tell you guys about how my writing adventures went tomorrow. So I'll see you then, and every day for the rest of November. All right, bye guys.